The new season starts with Nebraska, Ohio State, Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox.
Big Ten football returns as Justin Fields and the 6th-ranked Buckeyes take on Nebraska. Touchdown! All part of Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Raheem Morris, pretty good first quarter despite the end. His team still up 10-0 after 15 minutes. So they had the 38-yard play to end the first quarter. Now Madison bouncing off, but not much there. As we check in with Pam Oliver.
Brandon, that fumble recovery and that big Irv Smith catch doing a lot to get the Vikings just going, get them fired up. Earlier, they were anything but. Wide receiver Adam Thielen, I noticed him going up and down to the Vikings sideline. He said, we need to wake up. So they were a little lethargic to start the game.
Thank you, Pam. Yeah, the Falcons had all the energy earlier. Speaking of Thielen, he goes in motion. And it's Kyle Rudolph. So we saw Irv Smith get into the action. Here's the other tight end taking it down near the 20.
Good job by Kyle Rudolph, because sometimes, you know, tight ends will be a little bit quick in this situation, and you've got to hold that block. You've got to give your quarterback the opportunity to be able to make that throw to you. He has Dante Fowler on the outside, stays with the block for a while, and then releases.
And Kyle Rudolph, you know, only 7 catches through 5 weeks, the lowest production through 5 weeks in his career, but 19 yards that time. Heavy dose of play action, going for the near the end zone, caught but taken down shy of the goal line. Justin Jefferson, the 21-year-old rookie, that'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I tell you what, how good is this guy going to be down the stretch? I mean, as a rookie, just kind of bursting on the scenes. They finally found his home, maybe in the slot a little bit too much the first couple of weeks, because that's where he was in college. But all of a sudden you get him to the outside, and he has just played outstanding the last few weeks.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins said, to your point, we had him in the slot those first couple weeks. We moved him out and said, wait, what are we missing here? We need to move this guy out some more. With the fullback Ham in front of him, Madison takes the carry, but he's dropped by Foya Oluokun. Great play by the linebacker, who's coming off a career-high 14-tackle performance last week.
And this defense is built on speed. It's that run-hit style that we talked about. Coming right from the middle, you're going to see it, and you're going to react. Trust your instincts. Look at him find his way. Look at Foye find his way through all those players and gets a clean hit on Madison.
Dalvin Cook, the NFL's leading rusher, he is being missed right now. Only 4 rush yards for the Vikings. They'll give it again to Madison. Atlanta's defense, though, able to hold him to a short gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
But what's one of the things we talk about when we say the run game? It's establishing the run. And Minnesota has not come out at the beginning of this game and tried to establish the run. More so on this drive than the previous opportunities, but you've got to commit to it. And I think that they're more intrigued by that matchup down the field in the passing game. Get that run game going, run your play pass off that. You'll have guys running free in the secondary.
Alexander Madison off for this play. Mike Boone is in. They fake it to Boone. Hit and incomplete. Well, they say that's a line ball. No, now they blow it dead late. As Leroy Reynolds was starting to return it, but Irv Smith could not hang on. And that's ruled an incompletion. It always looks closer on replay, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see it in real time.
Boy, that is close.
Got to
Looks
catch.
like he's established possession. Is he about to make a football move? Is he about to be able to complete that catch in that situation?
A 4th down, and they are going to go for it here. No review. A quick snap, and it doesn't work out. Atlanta's defense holding strong and stopping Mike Boone. Dante Fowler, the first to get in there for Atlanta. And Minnesota still being shut out. So they opt to go for it, but it does not work out. Atlanta, boy, they're playing well.
I got my own laptop? Whoa.
It reads your fingerprint.
Wait, really?
That's so cool.
The design is amazing. It's very thin, too.
Ooh, mine's pink. What? It's touchscreen. Touchscreen. I can't believe you got these for us.
Hello, me.
Scoot over. Squeeze in. Pull up a chair. Because life's just better when you believe there's always room for one more. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Introducing Wendy's new Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger. Nothing will distract you from the pretzel bun and beer cheese. Not even all the comments on the pic you posted of your Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger. Download the app to order ahead and get Wendy's rewards.
We all have our own journey ahead of us, our own hopes and dreams. We'll pass many milestones, moments that define you and drive you to achieve even more. So celebrate every one, because success isn't just about where you want to get to. It's also about how you get there.
And cut on rehearsal.
Don't miss a whole new group of celebrities.
That is the greatest costume ever.
All new Masked Singer, Wednesdays after the World Series on Fox, and catch up anytime on these platforms.
Want more stats? Hey Siri, who has the most passing touchdowns in football?
11:41 left in the second here. Atlanta getting the stop as the Vikings went for it on 4th and goal. Couldn't convert. So now from their own end zone, Gurley trying to get a little space out across the 5. Let's go back to that 4th down play, Moose.
It just comes down to execution. Dante Fowler right here is going to be the guy that comes in, and you got to have a block right there. Kyle Rudolph's got to have some urgency. You got to cross that formation and get that block, give your running back a chance. So that's 2 weeks in a row where people will question that decision. Alexander Madison just jump outside last week against Seattle. You got the first down on 4th and 1. In that situation, Kyle Rudolph, you got to go. You know, they brought pressure on the previous play with Michael Walker. You got to expect that in that situation.
You saw the hug between Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich. They like what they have seen so far. And Gurley getting the first down. But to go back to the point on Minnesota, you know, last week against Seattle, everybody, including the analytics, said that was the right play call on 4th down.
Yeah, this is more of the old school football coach saying we need something right now. We have not played well. We showed you the graphic. 9 points in the first 5 games, 10 points this week in the first quarter. They are not playing well right now. Your offense should be carrying this team. They're struggling. An opportunity for points. People are going to criticize them. I like the call by Mike Zimmer to go for that touchdown.
Toss play. Nowhere to go. Purple jerseys everywhere, and Gurley just steps out of bounds.
Well, they're growing up quick right now because this defense is young, and they're coming out. They're playing their butts off right now. The offense is not holding up their end of the bargain right now, but you can't say anything about this defense. They've come out. They've played well here in an adverse situation to start the game.
Yeah, they were put in a tough spot from the get-go on that Kirk Cousins interception. Second and 13. Ryan, all kinds of time underneath. They had nowhere to go downfield. Now a flag comes in here at the end of this. Here again, Craig Ralstad.
Personal foul. Defense number 20. Lowering his head to initiate contact. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
So instead of having 3rd and long, now first down.
Here he comes. He's coming up to make the hit. Again, we've had this a couple of times this season already. It's a point of emphasis by the league, and it's all about player safety. You're trying to take away that posture. You're trying to prevent a catastrophic spinal cord injuries. So they're calling it tight. That's one of the ones that you'll see and go, oh, really? We're going to flag that? But unfortunately, because of a point of emphasis and keeping the players safe, it just cost the Vikings 15 yards.
So on the rookie, Jeff Gladney. So a fresh set of downs and an easy pitch and catch to Calvin Ridley. And Ridley spinning his way to the 49. He's had 100 yards in 4 of the 5 games, and he's had a couple of nice catches here early.
And here's that route running. Watch the sell to the inside and then the break back to the outside. Just really well done. Turns Cameron Dantzler around a little bit on that one.
18 yards on the connection, and Matt Ryan, 9 of 10. Did not play that well, and he admitted it last week against Carolina, just 21 of 37 and threw a costly interception late. And this time Matt Ryan, I don't know if he wanted to give it to Ridley, but nowhere to go.
I like the decision. He sees Harrison Smith trailing the guy that he's going to flip the reverse to. So he does a nice job with this watch. He sees Harrison Smith right there. Don't even do that. Pull it down and take it. Try and see if you can get something positive on that one.
Yeah, Harrison Smith, you're right. He had that thing sniffed out. So 2nd and 14. They split out Ito Smith. And Ryan, as the pocket collapses, is swung down to the ground by Ifeadi Odenigbo. He had a sack of Russell Wilson last week, and he gets his 2nd of the season right there.
And he's working on 2 guys. You know, you've got the guard that comes out to give you a little bit of help. Watch Ifeadi just keep working. You see right there, there goes Tris Lindstrom out to the outside. His guy leaves inside. He comes out to help. And Ifeadi just keeps working and grinding and gets to Matt Ryan.
2 sacks now this season, 7 last year as a second-year man out of Northwestern. Third and long, and here comes the pressure, and Matt Ryan with Eric Kendricks coming at him, throws it into the dirt.
There's that 3rd down package that we talked about. You get everybody walked up at the line of scrimmage. You got 4 guys, and you've got to sort through that now as an offense in your protection. That's what this Minnesota defense does to you. They present a situation, and you may have it covered, but you don't know who's coming on the blitz and who's dropping out.
So Sterling Hoffrichter, the rookie 7th-round pick out of Syracuse. High end over in boot. And Chad Beebe with a fair catch at the 15. 7:06 left in the second. Matt Ryan. This time the Vikings defense wins the battle.
Local businesses are the heart and soul of our communities. They give thanks They make a difference. They go the extra mile. They've always been there for us. It's time for us to return the favor, because where you shop matters. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
What's the weather tomorrow?
High of 64.
Find me the closest coffee shop.
20 results found.
And a date for tonight.
Oh, you're good. Introducing dynamic voice recognition in the all-new Hyundai Elantra. When game day is a go, there's a Bud Light there.
If you are ready to open your heart and your home, check us out.
At Chipotle, carne asada is back. The cumin, the coriander, mix it in with that fresh lime juice and that cilantro, and it just brings out those flavors. It's very tender. When you're cutting it, it's tender. When you're eating it, it's tender. It's bomb steak.
Whose voice would be a trick or a treat?
You could win $100,000.
All new I Can See Your Voice, Wednesdays on Fox, or catch up anytime on these platforms.
Hey, Tony, what you doing?
I am just reviewing some of Tubi's best plays.
Tubi, huh?
Total MVP. Here, check it out. They got a huge offensive line.
Yeah, but what if there's an audible?
Tubi has such a deep bench of free movies and television shows. There's always a perfect play.
We're kind of a big deal here.
That sounds like a total game changer.
Tubi. Watch free.
Today's game is sponsored by Visa. Shop local because where you shop matters. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
Not the first 4 possessions that Minnesota and offensive coordinator Gary Kubiak were hoping for. They did move the ball on that last drive, but they were stood up on 4th and goal. Alexander Madison, this time his best run of the day and his best leap of the day, hurdling over the top to pick up the first down.
Real nice job by C.J. Ham on this play because he seals the edge, but he doesn't stop there. Watch your fullback. You're going to secure the edge. Make sure Alexander Madison can get around, but then you keep going downfield and you get a nice chop on the safety.
And this time the fake on the handoff, but nowhere to go. Cousins trying to extend the play, and then he's hit by Keanu Neal as he just does get rid of it.
Boy, what a credit to Atlanta's secondary right now, because during the course of this season, they've really struggled to maintain their coverage downfield, and they've done a really nice job here to start this game. You could, on that last play, Kirk Cousins has nowhere to go with the football.
Yeah, we mentioned all of the injuries that they've had on the defense, especially in the secondary. They've given up 30 plays this year of over 20 yards, near the bottom of the league, but they have been good in spots here so far. Off the toss, really nowhere to go for Alexander Madison as we check back in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks so much, Brandon. Upset brewing in Indianapolis. How about this? Bengals already up 14-0. Joe Burrow finds fellow rookie T. Higgins down the sideline. Joe Mixon would score on the next play. 21-0. Brandon?
Wow, so the Bengals looking good there. Thank you, Carissa.
Joe Burrow looks like he's the real deal.
Yeah. Because they got off to wins and losses wise not a great start, but he personally looking really strong in the Queen City. Empty set on 3rd and 9. And that ball is intercepted at the 40-yard line. Going down to cradle it, A.J. Terrell. And congratulations to the rookie, his first career pick.
What a really nice job by A.J. Terrell. There's the finish on the interception, but really, let's make sure it's a catch. Can't see from that angle, but what he did prior to that, he came off of his guy, and jump this route. He's got it between his legs. It never hits the ground, so that's going to be an interception. But it really was what he did prior to that. He let his guy go. He read Kirk Cousins' eyes. Kirk Cousins stared down that throw, and A.J. Terrell made him pay.
So Atlanta's defense, which has struggled mightily this year, they are playing well right now.
Don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail lead you to believe that a Honda is a delicate machine. You'd be wrong. Underneath every surface that carries a Honda badge, there has always been the capacity to amaze. The power to, in the face of a challenge, shatter expectations. And blow predictions out of the water. From the core of everything we have ever built, all the way to the top of where you want to go. And higher still. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to make dinner time a little easier. Meal times can be overwhelming, especially when you're trying to work, parent, and help with the schooling all at once. So let us help with KFC's $20 fill-ups. It's like a home-cooked meal you don't have to cook. Drive-thrus open or get contactless delivery.
It takes my wife, Tina, noticing the bruises, encouraging me to go get screened.
It takes a loving mother who never missed a cancer treatment.
It takes support. It's not something a family can do on their own.
It takes my dad sleeping beside me in the hospital every night.
It takes losing my dad and grandfather to open my eyes to go get screened.
Ronald Acuna Jr. leads the Braves against Mookie Betts and the Dodgers. The NLCS Game 7 tonight after football.
A special Monday edition of NFL on Fox. Mahomes and the Chiefs head east. Touchdown! Allen and the Bills face their toughest test. Chiefs, Bills, Monday on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
Today's game is sponsored by KFC's $20 fill-up. Get contactless delivery now.
So Atlanta's defense now 2 interceptions. They only had 2 interceptions all season coming into today.
Watch the eyes of A.J. Terrell right here. I mean, he is staring in there that whole time. As soon as Irv Smith goes by, he had his vision into the backfield. He saw Kirk Cousins staring down Justin Jefferson, and he jumped that throw for that interception. Well done. Took him a while to get a hold of it, but
that was
finally.
Yeah, I mean, trapped it between his knees, brought it up, cradled it, and Kirk Cousins, his interception numbers continue to spike this year. It's now 9 of them on the season for him. Atlanta going to the ground on first down and picking up 2 or 3. You seeing anything different, Kirk Cousins versus a year ago in his Pro Bowl campaign?
Just, I mean, having the week to look at it in the prep, you see the numbers. To me, the big thing is their spurts where they play really, really well. They're like a lot of the teams we've seen this year. I mean, that drive that they had against Seattle last week was outstanding. I mean, it was 15 plays, 97 yards, 8 minutes and 11 seconds to take the lead back. That's what they're capable of, but we just don't see it on a consistent basis.
And then a 10-0 hole here. Matt Ryan from the gun on 2nd and 8. And a nice move by Calvin Ridley, staying on his feet, staying in bounds, and then stepping out at the 24. Yeah, he talked about him earlier in the broadcast. He has so much potential.
Just tremendous upside for this young man. He's been around for a while, and he's just getting better and better every season. And when you put the film on, 18 jumps off the film. You'll hear a lot of people talk about that. Boy, he really jumps off the film when you watch the game. Calvin Ridley does that if you're watching some Falcons offensive film.
3 catches, 37 yards for him.
Oregon Wendy's! Oregon Wendy's! Oregon Wendy's! Under!
And Matt Ryan's going to burn a timeout. With 4:19 remaining, and we get a look at this from Progressive.
All right, everyone, we made it. My job is to help new homeowners who have turned into their parents.
I'm having a big lunch and then just a snack for dinner.
We're using a speakerphone in this store. Is that a good idea? One of the ways I do that is to get them out of the home.
You're looking for a grout brush.
Guard, did he ask for your help?
No.
No. We all see it. We all see it.
He has blue hair.
Okay.
Blue. Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Keep it coming.
You don't know him.
A.J. Terrell, who had the pick. Meanwhile, in the Vikings secondary, we talked about how young they are. Well, Mike Hughes, one of the young corners, he's now doubtful to return. He's been battling a neck injury. One of the rotational guys, Chris Boyd, he's been out the last couple with a hamstring issue, so tough for that Minnesota defense. Over the middle, and again, it's Ridley. I think he had the first down and then came back and actually lost the first down. He gets 9 yards out of it.
Trying to make something big happen right there with the run after the catch and started drifting the wrong direction.
4 grabs for him, and you kind of said it earlier, Moose, but Harrison Smith actually really praised. You said his route running's good. He said he's a great route runner.
Yeah. And in all the different styles, you know, the deep balls down the field, the intermediate, the in and out. He can run just about anything you can draw up for him.
Lined up out high this time, but they're going to keep it on the ground. And Gurley is dropped in the backfield thanks to Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah, Keith Smith, you might need to slow play that just a little bit. Keep your eyes on Yannick right there. Do you have to come out and get a block on him, or can you continue to the next level? So maybe left Yannick a little bit early right there.
He's been the disruptor in the backfield. He has 5 of the team's 12 sacks this year.
Big snap for this Vikings defense right here. Can you hold it? Land it to a field goal attempt.
Atlanta needs 3 yards. And it's going to be close, stretching it out, and it looks like Julio Jones got the first down, and so that Minnesota defense cannot hold them to a field goal there.
Just running those mesh routes underneath, trying to get guys caught up and bumped in coverage.
That's the forward progress. Clearly a first down for Julio Jones. So another opportunity for the Vikings defense to get off the field. Opportunity missed. And Matt Ryan out to Julio Jones to take it inside the 10.
Just a nice throw and catch right there. Good timing.
Did he get the feet in? Yes. Thought he toe tapped that right foot.
Yeah, Julio Jones is not going to make that mistake.
And that'll wind us down to the 2-minute warning as we get one more look. Yeah, he's got it. Big difference from Minnesota last week. Mentioned they led 13-0 at intermission against Seattle. And right now down 10-0 with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter.
But all the mistakes for Minnesota last week were in the third quarter. This week they've been in the first half. They've put this young defense in tough positions with the turnovers. And that's been the Achilles heel for them this season. And they're supposed to be the group that kind of leads this team. You know, they've got to let this young defense get their feet underneath them, and they keep putting them in tough positions with these turnovers.
Kirk Cousins, we talked about the interception woes. First play of the game, he throws a pick to Deion Jones, and then Terrell got his hands on one.
And both of these just really kind of staring it down. Don't know what he did not see on the first one. Deion Jones was right in his field of vision, saw him the whole time. A.J. Terrell makes a heck of a play on that one. You saw a little bit of the collision between him and Irv Smith as Irv Smith went up the field, so maybe Kirk Cousins lost his vision on A.J. Terrell. But he was coming for that football. He read it. He looked in the backfield, eyes in the backfield on the quarterback, and he jumped that throw for the interception.
On the other side, that Vikings defense, you hit on it, but so many guys that are gone as you see the numbers for Cousins and Matt Ryan. But the Vikings defense, no Danielle Hunter, herniated disc in the neck. Everson Griffin goes to Dallas. Linval Joseph to the Chargers. Anthony Barr, torn pec. I mean, it is a big, different look this season.
Yeah, and then you go here. That's the big one. The top, this is all about business, right? You got some free agents. You got some guys you released. You're trying to get some relief on your salary cap. But those other three, those are things that happen, and it's just been a tough start to the season defensively for Minnesota.
And Harrison Smith mentioned it. He just said, gosh, we've been so used to consistency on that side about our defense year in, year out. And Mike Zimmer said, compared to week 1 last week against Atlanta, we have 14 new guys in the rotation.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous amount of change from last year to this year.
Second down off the play fake, getting it away. Calvin Ridley doing the rest. Touchdown Atlanta. And the first half onslaught continues. It's now 16-0.
And you've just got to be aware of what's happening on this play. You've got to see it. We see it across the league week in and week out. You motion across, you recognize that it's man, and then this route is going to push up the field, and it's going to make the defender cut underneath, and now you're outflanked. So Jeff Gladley has no chance. Again, a young guy. He's got to recognize it. He's got to see. He's got to understand what's going to happen when he returns with Calvin Ridley out the backside.
Calvin Ridley, 5 catches, 54 yards, and now his 5th touchdown of the season, first of the afternoon. And Atlanta is rocking and rolling right now in the Twin Cities.
Over the last century, we've seen tough times, this country and this company. But through it all, we've learned we're better when we come together. A family-led business with 260,000 people working together, employing more hourly workers and assembling more vehicles in America than any other automaker. We were built in America. That's why we build for America.
I'm a Verizon engineer, and today we're turning on 5G across the country, with a coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right. This is the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
Introducing Schwab Stock Slices. For as little as $5, now anyone can own companies in the S&P 500, even if their shares cost more. At $5 a slice, you could own 10 companies for $50 instead of paying thousands. All commission-free online. Schwab Stock Slices, an easy way to start investing or to give the gift of stock ownership. Schwab, own your tomorrow.
The NFL and Postmates present the plays of the week. The Ravens beat the Bengals behind Lamar Jackson's 2 burgers and linebacker Patrick Queen's 53-yard burger for a score. And the Rams' Aaron Donald, who leads the league in burgers, led LA to a win on the road with 4 burgers. When all you can burgers is Think About Postmates, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Donald Trump, Joe Biden face off one last time, and the stakes couldn't be higher. From COVID to the economy, it all hangs in the balance. It's the final round in the most consequential election of our time. Don't miss the final presidential debate on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
Pretty good company for Calvin Ridley, and of the 3 years, he's by far off to his best start this season.
And the big thing is everybody knows he's becoming Matt Ryan's go-to guy, especially with Julio Jones out of the lineup with that hamstring, and they still can't stop him.
All right, let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime, we'll show you all the early action from across the league, including a Battle of the Birds in Philadelphia, and we'll update you on that huge AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Browns.
How huge a matchup is it, Kurt?
About that huge. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime. Hello, big boy.
All right, guys, now the Vikings offense, can they get something going into the lockers here? Starting this drive inside of 2 minutes. And Cousins somehow escaping and able to get it underneath to Adam Thielen. Now, Adam Thielen, that's his first catch. Atlanta had held him in check to that point.
And that's just an ad lib right there. And familiar guys working quarterback, wide receiver, but Adam Thielen never gets up on that route. And we've seen that from the secondary with the Falcons. They've been able to stay with their coverage for long periods of time.
Kyle Rudolph, his second catch, so Minnesota working quickly, gets that out to the 48.
Now, they've never been able to get into a rhythm with their passing game, and you have to credit Atlanta's defense. They've brought a little bit of pressure. They've impacted Kirk Cousins in the pocket.
Vikings do have all 3 timeouts as they get the first down into Atlanta territory. Not going to use the timeouts yet. Over the middle of Mir Abdullah, flag comes in on the side. Right in the middle of this play. Looks like it's against Atlanta.
Offside. Defense number 92. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Yeah, it's on the DN. Charles Harris stops the clock as well.
I tell you, one of the things that's really jumping out to me here in the first half is the speed. This defense is built around speed. We talked about their run hit players. You know, we've seen Atlanta a couple times this season already. This is as fast as I've seen them here in the first half playing defensively, and their run hit players are doing exactly that. They're running and they're hitting guys.
Looks like a completely different defense. That ball hit and intercepted. And Kirk Cousins has thrown 3 picks in the first half. This time it's Aluakon with his first career interception.
Now, you could not start a half of football as poorly as Minnesota has. He's going to get tipped right here as he throws it. You see the deflection right there. That allows the interception, but I mean, to go back to last week and how they played in Seattle and as good as that first half was and how poor this one has been, unbelievable.
And it was Jacob Tuioti-Mariner, you see, that got the hand on it, and that led to the Aluakon pick. So now Atlanta with 1:06 and 2 timeouts. Brian Hill, safety valve, steps out at the 44. The Falcons do not look like an 0-5 football team right now.
And we talked about that coming in. You know, at 0-5 and 1-4, both of these teams, I thought, much better than their record says. And there's that old cliche, you are who your record says you are. I didn't feel that way about either of these teams. But right now, Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings are playing like a 1-4 team.
That note is something. First time in his career he's thrown the 3 first half picks. Ball batted in the air, and Matt Ryan almost intercepted. But Anthony Harris unable to scoop it.
Harrison Hand does a good job on the outside. Man-to-man coverage. Julio Jones gets the tip. The ball pops up like that. Usually that's trouble for the offense. Nice job in the coverage, undercuts it, gets the deflection, but just not in the air long enough for Anthony Harris to get the interception.
Matt Ryan had completed 6 straight. He's 15 of 18 now. An important 3rd and 7.
Right there, Jeff Gladney was supposed to go inside. He was going to go outside with Hayden Hurst, but that was Eric Kendrick's man.
Trying to get out of bounds, and they do. Russell Gage. I'm just surprised on a couple of these conversions how Atlanta's been doing it pretty easily on 3rd down.
You motion across, you create a little bunch set on that side, and they confuse the coverage. And there's Russell Gage trying to go up and over Harrison Smith.
But remember, that Vikings defense coming in #1 on 3rd downs, and the Falcons 4 of 7 on those conversions today. Brian Hill swung around by Eric Kendricks.
Offensive coordinator Dirk Cutter just seems to be one step ahead of Mike Zimmer in that defense right now. They've got a blitz coming in. He's got a play called. It's a quick release out to the running back in the flat.
They'll take a timeout, 1 remaining. Tonight after football, the Dodgers looking to complete their incredible comeback after being down 3-1, while the Braves try to clinch their first trip to the World Series in over 20 years. Game 7 of the NLCS tonight after the OT right here on Fox and simulcast on FS1.
How about the Tampa Bay Rays heading to the World Series? The Lightning wins the Stanley Cup.
And
the Buccaneers, they got everybody excited down there with Gronk and Brady there. Tampa's a sports town in the country right now.
And meanwhile, this is going to be a great Game 7. What a great day on Fox. Should be a good matchup. But right now, the focus on football. 3rd down and 3. 31 seconds. Atlanta with 1 timeout remaining. And they're going to convert. 1st down again inside the 5, all the way to the 3 goes Ito Smith. Atlanta continues to carve up the Vikings D, a 17-yard gain.
And we just talked about Dirk Cutter and his play calling. Great call right there. Expecting the blitz.
Matt Ryan throwing for Julio Jones, but too tall.
So you've got the full blitz coming. That puts Yannick Ngakoue in coverage on your running back, and that's a tremendous mismatch. Ito Smith versus a defensive end. Good anticipation, good play call by Dirk Cutter.
Eighth play of the drive as Atlanta tries to cap off what has really been a sensational first half, especially considering all they went through this week. Inside handoff, Hill, and he'll be stopped short. 4 seconds, and Atlanta takes that final timeout. This is tricky. Do you go ahead and kick it here, or do you try to run a quick play?
We always use 6 seconds as kind of our benchmark. If anything goes wrong, you know, 6 is kind of your minimum that you have. So I like this decision to go with the field goal attempt right here. I think if you go with a quick pass on the last one, maybe you get 2 shots into the end zone, but you're trying to catch them off guard with that run play, and that's why you keep your timeouts into these situations. You want to be able to do anything you can once you get down inside this tight red zone. So I kind of like that run call. You know, it takes away that other shot into the end zone, but boy, if you catch him thinking pass and you hit him in the middle.
Well, they did add 1 second, 5 ticks remaining, but the field goal unit on with Younghoe Koo, who hit from 50 earlier. This a much easier chip shot of 21 yards. No problem. 20-0 Falcons with 1 second remaining in the half.
1 second remaining until half. Falcons 20, Vikings 0.
And really, you know, I don't think that Raheem Morris could have asked for a better first 30 minutes of football.
No. Now the big challenge is, can they continue to play this way? We've seen them give up a big lead to Dallas in week 2. They followed that up with Chicago. And one of the things that everybody we spoke to this week said was, you know, we never really bounced back from that. That hit us, that hurt us more than I think any of us really wanted to admit to at that time. So now, with another big lead, they've got an opportunity to exercise some of those bad memories and get them behind them and really kind of push forward. Shocked, absolutely shocked at how Minnesota has come out here and played today. Did not see this coming at all. This is a good football team. They are out of sync. The Atlanta defense has taken Minnesota's offense completely out of this game.
Yeah, because, I mean, for most of that game against Seattle, Minnesota looked like a real contender. They were dominant.
They had a 2-minute spurt in the third quarter that sabotaged that game, but for the remainder of it, they were good. They have been horrible here in the first half offensively.
Yeah, the best first half of football they played all year against Seattle to the worst first half of football that Mike Zimmer's crew has played all year here today against Atlanta, no doubt. And that Falcon defense, and look, as we said, they've been bashed a lot this year by the media, by people down south, and today they've come up big. Alexander Madison, and that will write an end to the first 30 minutes of action. Dominated by the Atlanta Falcons, up 20-0. Let's take a look at the play of the first half, brought to you by State Farm. Matt Ryan had gone 11 quarters without a touchdown pass. That ended early on as he connected with Julio Jones. Halftime in Minneapolis. The Atlanta Falcons right now looking really good.
The Masked Singer has had some big NFL surprises. And last Wednesday, another shocker. Quarterback Mark Sanchez! Which athlete could be next?
I'm going with Dane Willard. T.O. Terrell Owens. Tom Brady.
Ken's bad guessing is rubbing off on you.
All new Masked Singer after the World Series, Wednesdays on Fox.
Friday, SmackDown moves for 1 week only to FS1. This is awesome. Same night, different channel. All new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on FS1.
President Donald Trump, former Vice President Joe Biden face off one last time, and the stakes couldn't be higher. From COVID to the economy, the key issues hang in the balance. Both candidates go head-to-head for one more showdown. It's the final round in the most consequential election of our time.
We have to go back to the core values of this country. There's nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Don't miss the final presidential debate, Thursday on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
Hey, Tony, what you doing?
I am just reviewing some of Tubi's best plays.
Tubi, huh?
Total MVP. Check it out. They got a huge offensive line.
Yeah, but what if there's an audible?
Tubi has such a deep bench of free movies and television shows. There's always a perfect play.
Tubi. Download and stream on your favorite devices.
A special Monday edition of NFL on Fox. Mahomes looks to get the Chiefs back on track. Touchdown! Allen and the Bills will face their toughest test so far. It's an AFC offensive showdown. Chiefs, Bills, Monday on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video. Here we go.
The Big Ten is back.
Oh, picked up.
Start Saturday strong.
Whoa!
As Big Ten football returns.
What a game.
The new season starts with Nebraska, Ohio State. Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox.
Tomorrow, we've got even more football for you. It's a special Monday version of Thursday Night Football as the Chiefs take on the Bills. Don't miss it. 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific, only here on Fox.
Nebraska. Touchdown! It all starts with a special Big Noon kickoff live from the shoe. And then it's Nebraska, Ohio State. All part of Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Donald Trump, Joe Biden face off one last time, and the stakes couldn't be higher. From COVID to the economy, it all hangs in the balance. It's the final round in the most consequential election of our time. Don't miss the final presidential debate on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
Friday, SmackDown moves for 1 week only to FS1. It's an all-new roster of superstars for one special airing.
This is awesome!
Same night, different channel. FS1 won't know what hit it. All new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on FS1.
Tubi. Download and stream on your favorite devices.
Last election, millions of voters were unable to cast their ballots. Why? No game plan. What's yours?
November 3rd, direct route, straight to the polls.
If you're there before the polls close, they have to let you vote. Gurley, Russ, let's go.
I used my mail-in ballot and checked online to make sure it was counted.
I registered early, and I got it done. I am a voter.
The NFL encourages the civic engagement of our fans, players, and NFL legends. Make your game plan at nfl.com/votes.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime. This is the 5G America's been waiting for.
New coach, new results. At least Atlanta hopes. They're up by 20 at halftime as we welcome you to the Verizon Halftime Show.
Let's get it going, Bears at the Panthers. Nick Foles, after that great win the other night. Beautiful job against the blitz. This time he's down the middle. He finds the tight end Kmet. That is Cole Kmet on a 9-yard touchdown. He squeezed her in there, 13-6. Bears up by 7 over the Carolina Panthers. Washington football team and Michael's New York Giants, Daniel Jones. I like him. I like him a lot. Beautiful throw here. Just a beautiful throw to Darius Slade. 2 steps on his man, drops it in there. 13-10. 13-10, Mike. Giants on top of Washington. Joe Mixon out of the University of Oklahoma. Right up the middle. Power, power, power. There it is. Touchdown, 7 yards. 24-14. Indy coming back behind Rivers. 2 first-half touchdown passes. Lions at the Jaguars. Adrian Peterson, another Oklahoma youngin. 1-yarder out of the eye. Bounce off right tackle. That's a big man trying to stop. There it is. Lions 17-3 on top of Jacksonville. Browns at the Steelers. Warm them up, Ben. 12-0 at home versus the Browns, Ben is. Getting ready to be 13. Pump right. Corner bites. There it is. Touchdown, James Washington, 28-yarder. 24-7, Steelers all over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Ravens at the Eagles. Lamar Jackson, reigning NFL MVP. Roll right. Now, you're going to run. They're dropping off. Look, here they are. Come back the other way. Go back the other way. There it is. Touchdown, 7-yarder. 17-0. But that was to Nick Cole, by the way. We're getting some air play. 17-0. Baltimore over Philadelphia. Cam Newton back after going through the COVID-19 protocol. Trying to do a little wide flare out there. Ball's knocked at the line of scrimmage, picked off by Deshaun Williams. That led to a field goal, 12-3. Denver on top of New England. And the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Man, talk about someone having a great year. Ryan Tannehill. This guy out of Texas A&M was a wide receiver down there. 3 first-half touchdown passes by Tannehill.
Amazing.
21-10. It is.
Yeah.
21-10. Tennessee on top of Houston.
Hey, talk about amazing, Tony. You look at Kirk Cousins. He had never been picked off 3 times in the first half in his entire career. Atlanta doing just that, and it seems as though you don't want to say they're motivated out here, but are they trying to prove something?
Well, something's going on because they're certainly playing a whole lot better. I don't know if that's Kirk Cousins. I always said Kirk Cousins, he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And you're going to see he's not really playing that well. You're getting the bad side of it today. And look at that ball right there. It stares him down. And then you're going to sit in the box again. He's staring right at his receiver. And, of course, it gets picked off. But going against that 31st ranked defense that the Atlanta Falcons have, you would think he'd have more yards. But they've come out to play today, and maybe it's because of the change at coach.
I picked Minnesota today, and they're not doing so well. But I will give. I do like your Forrest Gump reference. That was very good. Like a box of chocolate, you don't know what you're going to get. And I like Kirk Cousins. Seems like a nice guy. But you gotta play better, man. This is one of those teams that's always on the verge. You're going, okay, this is the game. This is the year.